And picking up right where we left off, still playing with the rope swing. This whole clip here, or actually the whole movie, movie number 12 in the series, this is all going to come from Maria's GoPro, because mine was... this was the thing I talked about in movie 11, where I was kind of... My GoPro was sort of overheating, because the whole time we were out on this excursion, I had my GoPro in the waterproof case, and it was hot, and of course the GoPro was recording and things like that, and so it was basically fogging up on the inside of the case. And I realized kind of what was happening, but that was the only case I brought with me, so it was kind of one of those things that I'm definitely going to fix in the future, because when we go on the next cruise in September of 2017, we're going to be armed with 2 brand new GoPro Hero 5s. We're going to take care of this crap, because in my opinion, GoPro should have fixed this a long time ago. Where the GoPros, you had to have the case. And the other problem with that too is the GoPro's microphone, it picks up on like every little I mean, it's amazing. You hear all of these clicks in the video, and you're like, where the hell is that coming from? And it's basically just the GoPro. I don't even know what it's picking up on. Like if you just touch the case or something, it's just, I don't know. It's annoying because of the you don't capture the true sound of what you're recording or whatever. So hopefully with the Hero 5s we'll kind of take care of that. But that'll be coming up for our next cruise. But I talked about in the previous movie how much footage we shot on this entire cruise, and Maria was recording, which I'm glad she did, because it's good footage for the movies, but she was recording kind of everything. And thankfully we had extra batteries for the GoPro. But this was a lot of fun. We were still kind of hanging out here at the third snorkeling site before we headed back to the ship. And everybody's just kind of hanging out and taking in the sun a little bit, and of course, swinging on the rope swing. And, they had beverages and everything for the adults. And the longer they were doing the swing, the more people were getting talked into doing it. It's like, oh yeah, come on, give it a try. So, I was... My whole group of everybody that we were with, our whole group was perfectly content to just watch and spectator. But obviously, these guys that work on the boat, they were really good at this. I mean, you see this guy here; he's got somebody on his back, and I think he does a flip or whatever with them on his back or something. It's crazy. It's good to watch, though. Fun to watch. I think he does a flip. I can't remember. It's right. I'm recording this audio and putting the video together in June 2017, and this was literally June of 2016. It's been a full year. Yep, he does do the flip. Been so busy with other things. Just now getting around to putting the video together and getting it up on YouTube, because we're starting to get ready for the next cruise in September. So went back and looked and was like, oh, I still have some footage that I haven't done anything with. This was kind of funny. I think we've been on so many cruises, they start to run together. But I'm pretty sure on this cruise, when we were talking to the snorkeling crew in Bonaire, we were talking to them about the time of year, because this was June of 2016, so it's in the summer. So it's the hottest time of year, and you're in the Caribbean. Or at least the hottest time of the year for the United States, of course. And then you're in the Caribbean, which is already warmer than, because of where it's at. And I I think I asked them if, just out of curiosity, what their busiest time of the year was, and naturally, I guess once you hear the explanation, yeah, that makes sense. They said that the busy time for them starts in November, October or November, and of course goes into like the spring, February, March, something like that. So we were there in June, and we were technically kind of in their off season. So when we did the excursion in Bonaire, the crew, they did the excursion with us like in the mid morning or something like that, and so by early afternoon they were done for the day because they didn't have anything. I don't think they had anything booked that afternoon because again it's kind of their off season. So that was over in Bonaire, but this is in the same region of the Southern Caribbean, so the same probably applies for these guys in Aruba. So they had to deal with all of us in the morning, but we were pretty much done by early afternoon or lunchtime. I forgot when the excursion was over. And then these guys were done for the day, so they probably hitting up the bar, doing whatever life in the Caribbean would look like. And I remember on one of the previous cruises, we talked to these things all run together. I think it was a previous cruise that was the Eastern Caribbean cruise that we did in 2013, and we were in St. Martin, and that one of the excursions we did there, which was a water excursion, was where we did the Tiki Hut. And the people that ran the Tiki Hut excursion, I think they were the ones that moved. They originally were from Europe or something like that, and they moved to the Caribbean to start up a tourism business, and they love it. And they were telling us all about it. So some pretty cool stories if you ever get a chance to really talk to any of these people that run the excursions. If you go on a Caribbean cruise and you really get a chance to kind of talk to them and find out what they're all about. And, hey, how did you end up in the Caribbean operating, whatever it is? Whatever the company is, because these excursions on the cruise ships, they partner with these local tour operators, and so they have to be good, they have to be reputable, and because you don't want some big corporation like Royal Caribbean associating with doing excursions through some company they can't trust or some company that is not reputable and not insured and this and that. So these local tour operators really have to, have all their I's dotted and their T's crossed in order to be a reputable vendor that Royal Caribbean would work with. And every time we've done one of these, we've always kind of tried to make a point of like finding out a little bit about them. And in some cases, they'll kind of tell you, like the crew from Bonaire, which was let's see, where are we on? This is movie number 12, so. It's hard to keep track because I've been putting this thing together literally over the course of the last year because there's so much footage. That was probably movie like 3 or 4, maybe something like that. But that crew, I think there were 4 of them, like 3 guys and one girl, one lady, and they all knew each other from Amsterdam, I think, and they all kind of moved down there to Bonaire to together at the same time to start up the the excursion thing. And they love it. I personally couldn't do it, but I guess it's not for everybody. So right now we're very slowly making our way back to the cruise ship, and there's me with my gut hanging out, and got my green Bonaire t-shirt on, which I actually happen to be wearing while I'm recording this audio. Weird coincidence. And there's the little GoPro stick that I mentioned in the previous movie. Those are the ones that mine is yellow, and Maria has one that's just like it. I think it might be a different color, but they float, and you just mount the GoPro on top of it in its waterproof case, and you can kind of go wherever you want. The Hero 5 that we're going to get for the next cruise should be much better because you still have to have a little mounting bracket that the GoPro sits in, but overall it should be much easier to deal with because it's completely waterproof.